Here we go. This is Glenn and Mitchell's top N64, Nintendo 64 tier list of games.
Yeah.
That was a really good intro. Okay, so we have a large list of N64 titles here. One of my personal favorite systems, and so let's start ranking.
Let's just starting from the top here. We got 1080 Snowboarding.
All right, in 1080, it's an okay snowboarding game. It's one of those games that it's really hard to play at first, but then once you get used to it, it's like it's kind of enjoyable. And then you forget how to play it, and you go back to it, and it's like, this isn't as good as I remember.
Alright, so then where does that place it for you?
I would do good. It's just good. I wish it had more multiplayer options.
Yeah, that'd probably be helpful.
Okay, next, Banjo-Kazooie.
Alright.
Legendary. It's
Just put it right up there.
yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time, so of course it would be in Legendary. Everything about it is just super charming. It's such a great, polished game.
So Banjo-Tooie.
The sequel.
I know you personally prefer Banjo-Kazooie over Banjo-Tooie,
Yeah.
but in terms of ranking all the games, still be Legendary.
I would still put it
comparatively.
under Legendary, yeah.
I would agree.
Yep.
Keep it Legendary. It's got the good multiplayer.
Yeah,
It's up there for maybe different reasons.
absolutely. Blast Core.
Or
I like Blast Core. It's kind of one of those weird finicky games. But it's so fun to destroy stuff. I would put it under great or good.
Starting great.
Okay.
You're trying to impress me. The Blast Core 60 or no, I'm Blast Core. I got Blast Core on the mind. Bomberman 64 is a second attack.
Second attack. I have never
Let's
played.
do Bomberman 64 before you second attack.
I mean, you could put second attack under never played because I never played it before.
Okay. So then Bomberman 64.
I've never been a fan of Bomberman 64. It's compared to Bomberman Hero, it's not very good. I'd rather play the TurboGrafx Bomberman games than Bomberman 64. I'd just say indifferent.
Okay, then. Well, then Bomberman Hero, which you just mentioned.
Yeah, Bomberman Hero is a better game, but I mean, it's not that much better.
Is it in good or?
I would put it in good above 1080 snowboarding.
Okay. A little bit of space between them.
Yep.
So Buck Bumble. I personally never played Buck Bumble.
No, I've never played it.
So if they're right there, that makes it easy. Okay, Castlevania.
Another one I have not
Castlevania.
played. Have you played it?
No, sir. I've seen a little bit of it. It looks pretty wacky. It's like skeletons that ride motorcycles and stuff, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's do Charmeleon Twist.
Chameleon.
Chameleon Twist. The first one before we do 2.
Yeah.
Man, it's been such a long time.
I mean, we just kind of... The only time we played is renting it.
Right.
From Blockbuster.
Obviously, that was like 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. I liked it whenever I played it, but I don't know how I could compare it now. So I think maybe we could just put both of those in different, maybe.
That might be fair.
Yeah.
Did we rent the second one?
We've rented both. Yeah.
Because I remember this little blue character.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Clay Fighter, never played those.
Neither have I. Both those Clay Fighter games.
Conker's Bad for a Day. Personally, I think it's the humor is pretty juvenile. It's also pretty dated, but it's still a very entertaining game.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like they wanted to make a game and they couldn't decide on what they wanted to do, so they did a little bit of everything.
Right. Yeah, it's still fun to play, although it's a little clunky. I would put it under great, under Blast Core maybe.
Alright.
Yeah.
Keep all the rare ones all closely knit. Cruisin' Exotica.
Cruisin' Exotica. I don't think I've played that one.
I don't think I have either. I think I've seen they have a cabinet for this one. I'm assuming, right? An arcade cabinet for.
Yes. Yeah.
I think I've seen that before, but I've never actually played it.
Mm-hmm.
Got Cruisin' World.
Cruisin' World. I personally never liked Cruisin'. I would say it's bad.
I was never a fan of the Cruisin' games either.
It's very basic, and it feels like it felt like this is all the N64 can do. Like you guys can do more than that, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of doing more, we have some
Diddy Kong Racing.
Yes, there it is.
It's one of the best
low
racing.
Frame rate and all.
Yeah, it's one of the best racing games of that generation. I would say Legendary.
You want to put it in Legendary?
Yeah, it's a great game.
The frame rate.
Yeah,
is rough.
Yeah,
but
other than that, it's a fantastic racing game.
Okay, Donkey Kong 64.
Donkey Kong 64. It's not as good as the other games in the Legendary section. It's very bloated, you know. Pretty common complaint of the game.
Yeah, it's very much like, alright, we built a world that's too big, now let's just put something in every spot we can.
Yeah, I would say great, top of great.
Top of great?
Yeah, it's still a fun game.
There he goes. Doom 64.
Never played it.
I've it's been inside my house before, but I've never played it. Okay, Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario 64. This is, as far as I'm aware, the only Dr. Mario game that has 4 players, I think.
That's nice.
I would just say good. It's just Dr. Mario. Yeah.
Okay, either the Duke Nukem games.
I haven't played either of those.
I've not played an N64 Duke Nukem game before, and I haven't played a Duke Nukem game otherwise, so I don't know why I had to specify.
Alright, Earthworm Jim 3D. This is a bad game.
Uh-oh.
I remember back in the day being disappointed with this game as a kid. And you know, whenever I was a kid and I was disappointed with something, it had to be bad. So, yeah. Exotica 64. This one kind of has that same issue as 1080 where it's really hard to get a hold of. But with the case of Excitebike 64, whenever you do understand how the game works, it doesn't make sense.
That's not what I expected that sentence to go.
Right. So I would put it either. I would almost say bad for the game. Yeah, it's not
bad.
It's not very good. I spent a lot of time trying to get good at that game, and it just wasn't fun.
All right. So this is XG2.
I've never heard of that.
I don't even know what that one is.
F-Zero X, possibly one of the best games, the best game in the F-Zero series, possibly. I think that deserves legendary status.
All right, throw it up there. Kind of put a little split in the rare games.
Yep.
Speaking of, we got Jet Force Jiminy right here, which I think might end up being the lowest ranking rare game.
Yeah. I would either put that in an indifferent or bad just because I don't understand what you're supposed to do in this game.
I've only seen a little bit, and all I see is the incredibly low frame rate, and I can't tell what's happening.
Right, that's exactly it. It's incomprehensible. I just don't know how to explain it.
Right, we got Glover.
I remember enjoying this game way back when, but I would like to try it out now. I'm curious to know what my opinion is. But I remember back then liking it, so where would it? I guess good.
We want to put it in good.
The end of good, maybe.
Alright. GoldenEye.
007. Have you played 007?
I played a little bit of it, but I never actually played it whenever it was the N64 era. I kind of The first time I played it was sort of going back to it in like high school, and the Banjo-Tooie multiplayer shooting is so much better than this game's.
Okay, so where would you put it? I haven't played it.
I mean, I think people would put it on Legendary, but I personally just say it's probably good.
Okay. Better than Glover, I would hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mystical Ninja.
Haven't played that one.
Yeah. And
I played the Super NES game, but not that one.
Assuming you haven't played this other
Nope.
Goemon game. Harvest Moon 64.
I have not.
You don't like... I thought you played this one before.
I played the Super NES one as well, and yeah, I didn't like it.
Well,
but
there you go.
that's why I've never played the N64 game.
Makes sense. So we got Killer Instinct here.
I've
I've played Killer Instinct.
the N64 game, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe I have. And I wasn't a big fan of... I'm just not a big fan of fighting games.
Yeah,
The
fighting
traditional
games
fighting
are
games.
hard to get into.
So, I mean, I think I just put it in indifferent. It's probably not a bad game,
Mm-hmm.
but I just kind of picked it up once, and I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing, because I didn't bother learning any combos or anything like that, so I'm okay with putting it in indifferent.
Yes.
Kirby 64.
Kirby 64, man, that's such a lovely game. Such a cute game. I would put it in Legendary.
I think it goes up there. I
the
love
music, man, the
the
music.
music is good. The combining abilities,
Mm-hmm.
very good. There's a lot. The little mini games, even though there's only like 3 of them, they're all fun. Especially
Yeah.
the block one.
Whenever you pop in Kirby 64, you're always gonna have a good time.
Yeah, and I have to use that weird little D-pad over on this side of the 64 controller for the first time and last time.
Super Mario 64. I would put it either at the end of Legendary or at the beginning of Great. You know, honestly, I like Donkey Kong 64 more than
Oh,
Super
yeah?
Mario 64. So I would put it after DK64.
Yeah, I think people would beat you up for that opinion. There's people who would definitely put this game at the top. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I know there's a lot of people who would. I'm okay with it being in Great. Okay, we got Mario Golf.
Mario Golf, it's pretty fun. It's pretty basic too. I would put it near the high end of good, maybe.
Just throw it up to the top of good.
Yeah, there's better Mario Golf games, so
I mean, for their first go at it,
yeah, they did a good job.
pretty
But
decent. Okay, Mario Kart 64.
Mario Kart 64, definitely legendary.
Oh yeah?
Definitely legendary. I would almost, in my mind, I flip flop with this. I would say it's better than Diddy Kong Racing, even.
Okay.
I know that seems weird, but to me, it's such a timeless game. It's so,
also it has also it's like simpler than Diddy Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it seems like Diddy
It
Kong
runs
gets
better.
it definitely runs better. That's for sure. It's just like cleaner feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just I love how simplistic it is, and it's fun. It's a fun game.
They got their Mario parties mixed around down here. So we got Mario Party 1.
You know my opinion on the Mario Party games. I like Mario Party. I would put all 3 Mario Party games in Legendary.
I don't know if I'd go Legendary.
Okay.
I'd put them in Great, maybe. I know.
Okay, put the first 2 in Great, and then put 3 in Legendary.
Okay, well, I'm assuming you like 2 more than 1.
I kind of like 1 more.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. I will agree that the 3 is the best of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got Mario Tennis. Man, people are gonna be mad. You put Mario Party over Mario 64.
Mario Tennis, really basic. Really, really basic tennis game. It's kind of doesn't really have much going for it. I would say good, just bottom of the good. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we got Mega Man 64.
Which is basically Mega Man Legends. I've played Mega Man Legends on PS1. Does that count as?
I mean, are they this? Is it
I
just a
think
port?
Yeah, I think they're the same.
Well, what do you think of it?
I thought it was decent. Not the best thing ever. The art style has held up extremely well.
It's just kind of stylized enough.
Yes, I would put it somewhere in good, near the top of good.
Right here.
I
just kind of picked a random spot.
better than 007, I would assume. I haven't played it, but
Better than Mario Golf.
Not as good as Mario Golf.
Oh, okay. All right, we have Mischief Makers.
Mischief Makers. Really, really great game. Once you get a hold of its control scheme, that tears your hands. It's such a weird control
Just
scheme.
painful.
Yeah. End of great seems
End of great.
pretty reasonable. Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume you haven't played either of the Mortal Kombat games on
Nope.
N64. I might have played one of the Mortal Kombat games on N64, but I don't remember which. So I'm not gonna bother since it was a one-time thing.
Miss Pac-Man.
I honestly didn't even know that this was an N64
I
game.
think it's literally just a port of like the arcade game.
Oh.
But since I don't know for sure,
I see the cover almost makes me lead me to believe that it's something else, but
yeah, I think it's just the arcade game.
I'm just gonna never play.
Yeah, we're just gonna put it down there.
Blitz 2000.
Haven't played that one.
I don't know what that one is either. Got Paper Mario.
Paper Mario Legendary.
Going straight up. Is it right at the end or where's
No,
it going?
I would put it.
Right here.
Yeah, that's good. I know you're just like choosing it for me, but that's a great RPG. It's one of the best RPGs of all time.
Very charming. I mean that's half of what the Paper Mario series is about. Is that it's just charming.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. It's pretty fun. It's not the best in the world or anything. I like the music. The music is really good.
Yeah.
I would either put it at the top of good or at the end of great. Our list is getting all
Yeah, it's getting
skewed.
very long now. Pilot Wing 64. This one has
Top
you
of
hesitating.
indifferent or top of good?
Top of good. You mean bottom of good?
Or excuse me, bottom of good. It's I don't know, something about it. It hasn't aged very well.
Yeah, I've only seen some video of it, and it does look like a 3D program, like Trial.
Yeah, it's based off of a real military program.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Hey, you Pikachu.
Oh man, I forgot about this game. Does this game work?
I don't know, but it's really funny to play, or at least to watch somebody play.
Okay, where does it go under those conditions?
I don't know. It's always funny. Like,
Yeah.
To play or watch somebody because they just get mad because it doesn't exactly work.
Right, but at the same time, it's kind of a boring game.
Just put it down here in good.
I would top of indifferent, maybe.
I kind of want to put it at the bottom
Okay,
of good,
okay.
just because it's funny enough.
I'll let that one slide.
Just the panic of the Caterpie music whenever the Caterpies are freaking out. I think that's funny.
That for sure makes it good.
Absolutely. Pokemon Puzzle League.
It's Puzzle League. I would put it near the top of good somewhere. The one thing is about this version is that it has the voice acting from the anime.
Oh, yeah, it's branded all over the anime.
And I mean, all the music is from the anime and stuff, and that's great, but the voice acting is pretty grating, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've never been like crazy about Puzzle League or anything, so I can't really
Okay.
way too much about
Pokemon Snap. This game, I feel like, would be an all-time classic if it wasn't for the fact that it's super short. It's so short.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still fun to play.
Yeah.
I would put it above Puzzle League then.
I was just in good.
Yeah, it's not fantastic or anything.
Pokemon Stadium.
The original Pokemon Stadium isn't very good. I would almost put it in bad.
Almost in bad.
Yeah, it's just it's not very fun. The mini games are not very good in this first one, and then all the turn-based battles are really like mediocre. I don't think it even has all 150 Pokemon in the game.
It doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
It's been a little while since I've played. I just remember there's like the Clefairy mini game. You have to remember just the direction.
Oh yeah, yeah. Number 2, on the other hand, is much better.
I remember the mini games on this one a lot more. There's like the Furret one where you doing the balls and you're on the top guys running around.
Seems like you just remember the mini games.
But yeah, it's not like I actually did any Pokemon battles.
This is definitely a good game. I would put it somewhere in the middle of good, somewhere. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the middle of good.
That's the middle.
Quest 64.
I haven't played it.
I just always see it at used game stores, and I'm always like, huh, that looks really generic.
Rayman
64.
So this is Rayman 2, which I once again played on the PS1. I would say it's top of indifferent, bottom of good. There's better 3D platformers on the system. It's just it doesn't have much going for it.
Resident Evil 2. I didn't even know this was on N64.
It is, and it's a port of the PS1 game, more or less. I like Resident Evil 2 quite a bit. I've never played this particular version. I would put it in great somewhere, like in the middle of great.
Right there.
Yeah. If you want to play it now, just play the remake.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there's a lot of people that are like, I want to play Resident Evil 2, so I'm going to go get the N64 version. So, what's this, Rocket?
Rocket? So I can't tell what that says.
I can't read that full thing, but I'm assuming neither of us have played it.
No.
Snowboard Kids.
I haven't ever played it. I've heard a lot of good things about those.
Yeah, I've seen some like videos about it, but it just seems kind of fun.
Okay, Space Station Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones that's been so long since I played it, I can't really say. I would have to put it like next to the Charmeleon games because, like I said, it's been such a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. I couldn't remember that we ever played this, and then I saw like a picture or something, and then it was just like some part of my brain got unlocked.
The memories came flooding back.
Well, I don't know if I was like flooding back. It's more like an easy drip.
They dribbled back. Okay.
The Spider-Man game? I've never played the Spider-Man.
I feel like I may have played it, but I don't remember it.
So do you
just put under never played? I can't say for sure. Star Wars Racers.
I don't remember this one being great.
I've never been a fan of that one either.
What?
Put it under.
I was honestly indifferent.
Really?
Because like it's not bad. It's just a racer that's not incredibly exciting.
Kind of sounds bad.
I mean, you can make the argument that indifferent is better than. It's better to be bad than indifferent.
Okay.
But I'd just put it in indifferent.
All right. The racing portion of episode 1 is the best part of the movie.
Truly.
So.
Rogue Squadron.
I played this one.
Oh yeah, where you this one? Go for?
I didn't like this game.
All right, good start.
So top of bad, I guess.
Top of bad.
Yep.
Star Fox 64.
Okay, legendary, absolutely legendary.
Legendary status. Where?
End
of legendary.
Next to Kirby 64 somewhere.
Right there.
Yep.
All right.
you can just quote that game non-stop.
Yeah.
That game's just amazing.
Super Smash Brothers, I think, goes in Legendary.
Right. It's obviously all the other Super Smash Bros. Games have surpassed it, but it was a fantastic game back then. Still
put
pretty
it, like, right
fun.
Here?
I would think it should just go near the end because you're not gonna really pull it out nowadays. Like all these other games.
There's people that do.
But you?
I
don't.
Personally don't.
So I think we should put it at the end because if we're doing that based on our own personal rankings.
True.
I mean, all those other games I would play now, but Smash 64,
It did seem like it would be kind of hard to go back to.
Right. It has some really funny sound effects, though.
Okay, we have Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time is pretty great, but the frame rate there's a lot of technical limitations that kind of hold it back, and so it doesn't go in Legendary because the 3DS version is a lot better.
Yeah, I've personally never been a huge fan. I've always gotten bored of it after a certain point, and then I put it down and never finish it.
I need to replay it. It's a good game. I would put it at the top of great, maybe after DK64. I'd rather play DK64.
Would you rather play Super Mario 64?
I
think I would.
Okay. I would like to go back to Ocarina of Time since it's been a long time since I've played it. It is a good game, though.
Right, then we have Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask, it's funny because I've played this game more than Ocarina of Time, but I don't think it's as good as Ocarina of Time. The end of Great seems about
Fair.
right. Yeah.
Alright. Rainbow Six.
Haven't played.
I've never played. Tony Hawk. I've never played the N64 version.
I haven't either.
Toy Story 2.
So Toy Story 2 is, once again, another game that I played on the PS1, not the N64. I thought it was okay for a licensed 3D platformer. I would put it somewhere like after Mega Man 64, I guess.
Would you rather play Pokemon Snap or this game?
Put Pokemon Snap above it.
There we go.
Okay, next.
Turok.
Haven't played
I've
that.
never played.
Looks like there's
Turok
several
game.
of those.
Yeah, we got like the whole Turok trilogy or quadrilogy here.
Wow.
I think this one's the first one. Oh, it might be the last one.
Wave Race. It's okay. The wave effects at the time were really impressive.
Yeah.
It's not a great racing game. I would just put it at the bottom of good, maybe.
All right.
Actually, you know what?
A change of heart.
I would rather play the 1080 snowboarding.
Oh, okay.
So I would swap those two, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Taking it down. Okay, and then we got WWE.
I haven't played that.
Another one.
And then Yoshi's Story.
Yoshi's Story. I actually might have played one of these wrestling games, but I can't remember.
Yoshi's Story obviously isn't as good as Yoshi's Island, but I feel like it's better than a lot of the games that came after it. So it's funny, if you just run through this game, it's not the greatest. But if you collect the melons, if you purposely
go melon mode,
just go for the melons. It makes the game significantly more challenging, and in my opinion, it makes it a lot more fun. I would say it's good or great. I would say it's great, actually. I would put it at the end of great, maybe above Majora's Mask, just because it's aged better. I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all of them. I can just bring this up here over the ones I haven't played.
That's our
final ranking.
There's some fantastic games.
There's some good ones in there. There's some bad ones in there.
Make sure to play all those legendary games because they're worth playing.
Yeah, that's what people buy N64s again for, is those top ones.
All right, there we go.
That's it.